Let's play some Defect. Ooh. Very small chance of getting 2 free elites here. Although I think transforming 2 cards might be better on average. Odds are you get at least 1 free elite going this way. Honestly, I kind of dig it. Gets us off to a fast start to the run, too. Gotta believe. Let's go. First pick Glacier? Sure. Why not? I got 2 free fights coming up, too. Let's just get a very solid Orb Star to our deck. We're also finding the Face Trader immediately. We have several faces we have yet to master. What do you got, Face Trader? The Face of Cleric. 1 max health per combat. And our first combat. 2 more events to go. Ball Lightning is here. We actually haven't won a run with 2 copies of Ball Lightning yet. Defragment with the Glacier, also pretty good. But I think we should take a damage card here. Let's grab the Ball Lightning over the Defrag. Yeah, feels important in case the Elite's not free, especially. Badger Man, thanks for the Tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. The Serpent. We will be able to remove the curse. Give me your doubt and your money, Serpent. Hopefully it will all be worth it. And we'll also take the Golden Idol in exchange for some max HP, sure. We do get 1 free elite. Gremlin Knob, no prob. That's an encouraging start. Akabeko, a Fear Pot. I think Compounder was really good with Ball Lightning Glacier. But go for the ice is okay here, too. Princess Haram, thanks for 22 months, almost 2 years of amazing content. Heck yeah. Ooh. Juicy. Before I do anything in the shop, I need to fix one quick thing. Be right back, everybody. All right, we're back. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Direction is not as much of a problem as is don't die immediately. I agree. Usually, when it comes to picking an early direction, it's more about picking the cards that will get us through the first few elite fights that are coming up, or the card that will help you defeat the Act 1 boss. That's the other thing to look for immediately. Does this card help me against the current boss? Against Slime Boss, the big thing we're looking for is damage, but also any per turn effect is very good. And for the defect, any orb counts as a per turn effect. So card draw also very, very helpful to deal with the splitting Slime Boss. I think our first priority in the shop is to dunk the curse before we can proceed further with our 246 gold. Vajra is quite nice as an early damage relic, but what about Frozen Eye here? Frozen Eye allows us to look at the draw pile in order, knowing exactly what is coming on each turn, and that is pretty invaluable information. Helps us decide whether or not to play Compile Driver, for example. Pretty useful. We could also consider Sunder for an early damage card. We could consider picking up a Cool-Headed. I like Cool-Headed Frozen Eye together, especially. Again, knowing what you're going to draw. The more card draw you have, the better Frozen Eye is, because you have more knowledge about what cards to use each turn. Hey, Gall, glad to hear it. Have a blast with Monster Train. There'll be more of that on the channel pretty soon. I am going to buy Frozen Eye. What about Sweeping Beam for a draw 1? Maybe if it was on sale instead of the Cool-Headed, I'd be thinking about it, but it's not. Frozen Eye lets me know when to wake up Lagavulin, or whether I should play Cool-Headed here. And it lets me make maximal use of my potions, too. I really like this, actually. We know that we can go Cool-Headed Glacier this turn. That doesn't wake up the Sleepy Egg. Then on this turn, we can go Ball Lightning, Strike, Strike, or even Ball Lightning, Zap, Strike. Although I think I want the Frost Orbs. And we know we'll draw 3 blocks next turn. Which makes me want to use the Fear Potion less. Am I using the Fear Potion? This would be the time to use it. Pretty high chance of a potion from this. Our next combat's likely to be another elite, though, and that could be Gremlinob again. I don't think we should use the Fear Potion here. I think we should save it for a potential Gremlinob encounter later. Also, don't think I should play Zap here. Yeah, probably just play 3 defends, take 1. And then we go more damage-oriented momentarily. Because Lagavulin debuffs Strength and Dex, but not Focus. They're a pretty easy enemy for the Defect to kind of curb stomp, since the constant output of the orbs is basically unaffected. I don't even think we play Glacier on this turn. I'm looking at Ball Lightning into Dual Cast into Zap. We get 3 Frost Orb evocations, and we end with 3 Lightning Orbs to really put the hurt on this creature. We could play Glacier and Ball Lightning, I guess. That's a decent turn, but we're not doing enough damage if we do that. So let's take the more aggro line here. Never had the pleasure of trying Lagavulin myself, so I can't speak to how it tastes. So I think we'd like to set ourselves up to draw Glacier next turn. So we should play Cool-Headed and then Compile Driver to draw 3. Then next turn we draw Defend, Dual Cast, Ball Lightning, Glacier, Strike. We can play Glacier, Dual Cast, and Full Block. Question is, do we Zap or Strike? Glacier, then Dual Cast will be a full block. As long as I don't play Zap. If I do play Zap, I won't play Dual Cast. It would be Glacier. Leaves us with what? We'd have Frost in the middle. So we'd have a Lightning in front after playing Glacier. So we'd want to play Ball Lightning. So we'd block for 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2. Take 6. Other line is play Glacier. Block for 5. 3 Frost Orbs. Dual cast. Take 1. 2 more Frost left over as well. No, we play Strike. To go Glacier dual cast here. We end up taking about the same amount either way. 5 on this turn. It's good. So we don't want to cool-head it into Ball Lightning because I can't play it. Just play the Strike. Should be able to kill here. Dual cast on top. Is Ball Lightning Glacier enough? We deal 3 plus 8 plus 3. That's only 14. Foolish. Definitely Jack Eggy. We definitely have days where the early game, or just the game in general, is very, very uncooperative, let's call it. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong. My usual approach is to try to laugh it off as best I can. But it does sting sometimes. And often when that happens, I just choose to swap games and do something else, rather than allowing myself to get too frustrated with the situation. What about Glacier, then Ball Lightning? That channels Frost, Lightning in front. This does 3. This evokes for 8. Again, we leave the Legavulin on 1. How much block do we gain, though? 3 plus 5 plus 4. 10 or so. So ultimately, I don't see a way to kill this turn that doesn't involve using the Fear Potion. And when it comes down to it, I'd rather keep the Fear Potion. So, Glacier... Cool-headed saves 2 more, but I need to be able to kill next turn. So I guess defend, and then we just dual cast. Sure. Get a meal ticket and a fairy in a bottle. Gonna be pretty hard to die now. Good reason to go to another shop this act. And there's the second Ball Lightning. It is fated. Let's go. Static Discharge is also pretty good in this situation, especially with how much health we can account for. Big Jest. With 77 gold and an Ornamental Fan. If we play 3 attacks in 1 turn, we'll gain some block. Pretty good on defect, especially with cards like Go for the Eyes and Beam Cell. Although not immediately that useful here, I'll still take it. All for One could make it very strong later as well. So... we still have 1 easy pool combat left. We should probably take 1 fight. Which means going for the Burning Elite might be a waste, although we could just get a combat in one of these event rooms. We legitimately haven't seen that many card rewards, although it does feel like we are in a good position to fight the boss, so maybe I don't need any more combats. And we can just take the Burning Elite path here. Getting the shop with lots of money. We'll have 200 gold for that shop. What does easy pool combat, says Seed. The first few combats each act in Slay the Spire come from a different encounter set than the others. In Act 3, your first 3 combats, your first 3 regular enemies, that is, whether you encounter them as part of an enemy node or as part of an event node, come from the so-called easy pool, which are easy to beat with just strikes and defends in the starting deck. And then on the fourth and subsequent encounter, you run into a more difficult encounter set that can result in much more challenging fights, like 4 gremlins or 5 slimes. And again, whether you're fighting enemies that are in the easier hard pool is entirely related to how many fights you've been in of non-event, non-elite combats. Elites do not scale in any way. There's always 3 different elites you can fight in an act, and your first one is random. You can't fight the same elite twice in a row, but otherwise it's always just going to be one of those 3 elites that are constant for each act design. Feels like we might want to upgrade one of our starter cards. Actually, with this much orb generation, I'm really all about dual cast as an upgrade. Let's do that. 0 cost, evoke the next orb twice. Particularly powerful with Frozen Eye. And I might upgrade Cool-Headed next. That allows us to play 1 more card on certain turns. What luck, we get an event that's a combat. But not a regular combat, a special event combat. The hypnotizing colored mushrooms. Here we can take a combat to get a card reward, more than usual money, and a special mini relic that reduces the impact of the vulnerable status effect. Brixmeyer, thanks for the 110 bits. And Typhel, thanks for 9 months. Let's take this fight. Shouldn't be too hard. We could kill the front one this turn, but it might be better to kill one of the back ones. Block for 4. When one of them dies, they become vulnerable. Actually, I could split the damage between the 2 back ones. Next turn, I can draw 3 attacks again, actually. Is that the best line? Do we have guaranteed enough damage? We have... how much here? 15 on 1, leading at 11. We're at 10. And then that one be left at 14. That doesn't add up to enough, though. I can't guaranteed kill both the middle and the back one, unless some of the orb damage goes onto them. And I can't predict where it needs to go. Troublesome. Well, let's start with this. So we could outright kill it, but it might be better to just strike the back one twice now. We want to kill the ones with strength before the one without strength, for sure here. I think we strike the back one twice now. That causes us to take only 2 this turn. Lightning orbs were cooperative. Excellent. And we'll take only another 2 here. Amazing. Simply amazing. Strike you. Ball lightning, compelled over you. Ornamental fan got me. Good talk. So there's our mini relic, the Odd Mushroom. Take less additional damage when vulnerable. And we're offered 3 pretty good cards. Reinforced Body is an X-cost block. Machine Learning is additional draw. And Streamline is a pretty powerful attack that gets cheaper with replays. Definitely not Failing. Yeah, the fight in that mushroom event is no joke. Even I have, if not died to it outright, I've definitely taken 50 damage in that fight, thinking that it was easy. It was not easy. You do need to have pretty good damage output. And if I just made it look easy, but it's not easy. Yeah, especially if they all buff turn 1. It's spooky. I do like that machine learning a lot for slime boss, especially. Let's take a machine learning. Bonus heal? Neat. Ooh, Art of War with Frozen Eye. Very spicy. Art of War says if we don't play any attacks on our turn, we'll gain extra energy on the next turn. So Art of War would let us know exactly when it could be worth it to not play one attack on the current turn in order to gain extra energy on the next turn. Badgerman, if you toot in your enemy's direction, is that a fart of war? Sorry, I know that joke stinks. Defect with Strange Spoon, that is a thing, that's true. We don't actually have any cards that benefit from the Strange Spoon currently, but this is the character class that benefits from it most in my opinion. In my opine? Impatience also kind of cool with Frozen Eye. But very hard to turn down the Art of War. That said, with another shop coming up, I might want to simply leave my purchasing power open so that we can buy something like a data disc or clockwork souvenir or orange pellets at the next shop. But man, is it hard to turn down this Art of War. I'm going to take this Art of War. We'll see how much we regret this. Greetings, Sir Norbert. Looks like a pretty okay draw order. Good damage this turn, good damage next turn. This is what we saved the Fear Potion for. This encounter right here. And I think we're going to be rewarded pretty well for it. Probably Zap over Strike, right? Strike is 9, Zap is going to be, I guess, 9 also, right? But no, it also gets evoked, potentially. Well, yeah, it does get evoked, potentially. Okay, yes, it is better. I knew it. Rorg to you too, sir. Wow, that's one off from a kill? So Zap was wrong. Should have done a little bit more math. -4? Don't think it's going to matter too much. Ooh, reboot. Reshuffles the draw order. With Frozen Eye, I actually really like this card because if we have a draw order that we don't want to change, we'll know it. And if we do, then we can play the reboot. Yeah, Strange Spoon now crying in the corner. But is it really? Could have also purchased Potion Belt or Sling of Courage. If we had not refrained from getting Art of War, I'm just going to buy a Skim here. Which looks pretty dang sweet indeed. Self-repair would have been not too bad either, but we're currently at full health, which is pretty nice. So I don't feel like we're going to need a healing card at the moment. Contemplating upgrading the reboot, although we might also consider upgrading Skim, Cool-Headed, or Zap. Let's upgrade Cool-Headed as our draw option. The draw that also gives you block. And here, for example, we know Machine Learning is the bottom card of the deck, so this is a good time to play Reboot. Right now. Please don't make Machine Learning the bottom card of the deck. Thank you. Dual Cast is on top. So next turn we'll draw, if we play Machine Learning, we'll draw to this strike, and then on turn 3 we'll draw Glacier. It's pretty good. Keep the dual cast for next turn then. Just play Machine Learning Strike here. Don't play Skim? Well, otherwise I would do what? Strike, Ball Lightning Strike, Glacier Cool-Headed, and then on the next turn, Zap Strike, Ball Lightning, Defend, Compile. No, I don't really think that benefits me very much. And we're consistently drawing a lot of energy to spend on attack, so the Art of War is not so useful yet. Cool-Headed Compile is better than Zap Strike, surely. Although it actually causes us to shuffle without the Glacier, so maybe not. Well, what about Cool-Headed Zap, then? Guess I'll just go Zap Strike. But very important there to end up with Glacier in the draw pile versus Glacier in the discard pile as we go into these draws. So, Paldiver only draws one, unfortunately. Next turn, we're staring at Cool-Headed, Ball Lightning, Strike, Skim, and Dual Cast. That would be a good turn to benefit from the Art of War. So this is a pretty good turn to play Double Defend Slimed. Oh, we're drawing actually one more. Hold on. We draw to the defend. Yeah, this is a good turn to get one energy banked for. We won't be weak. We'll be frail, but none of these are actually block cards. And the lightning orbs are going to help tell us who to target here. Let's do it this way. Alright, we can target the front one. Yeah. Good times. Boop. And Glacier, presumably? Sure. Hey! Why are you still here? You're supposed to be dead. Like this. Probably just Glacier dual cast, block as hard as we can. I don't see us killing either of these this turn. Next turn is 3 attacks, no problem. Easy. What a fantastic Act 1 this ended up being. GG. Definitely inclined to go Bias Cognition here. We have very good orb generation throughout this deck. Bias Cognition gives us an immense boost of immediate focus that will significantly improve our output, especially early in Act 2 here. Although you lose 1 focus per turn, consider that it takes 4 turns until you return to the focus you had before playing the card. So as long as you win within 4 turns, everything's hunky-dory. But you do need to win within 4 turns, or things start to get rather dire. So the key is make sure your deck can do pretty good damage, and that's where the 2 Ball Lightnings are going to come in, along with the Zap, to output consistent damage. Rainbow and Echo Form are slower cards, still pretty good though. In all 3 cases, the Art of War gets a little bit happier, seeing that all the cards we want to add to the deck from here are going to be non-attack cards. But I'm definitely a Bias Cog believer. It's also the cheapest of the 3, which makes it the easiest to get in play. Which is really, really nice. Oh, Runic Pyramid is here. One of my favorites. One of the strongest things there is. And especially with Bias Cog on defect, I think. What a unique setting, set of boss relics in general, by the way. because the competition is Frozen Core, which could generate extra Frost Orbs for us, but requires empty orb slots, which we're not going to have. So realistically, this will do absolutely nothing. Or Pandora's Box. Yes, transform. And note that we have a full set of cards here. We haven't removed any starter cards because we took the Serpent's deal. That's actually a pretty convincing Pandora's Box, then. If we had Ceramic Fish, I'd be thoroughly convinced that it's, like, flat out better than Runic Pyramid. Or any Egg Relic would do it, too. But as it is, I think Runic Pyramid might be maybe slightly better, but Pandora's Box is definitely a very fun option here. And with 8 heckin' transforms, how can I say no? Let's do... What's in the box? Oh, man. Orb Central. Every single card has orb interactions except for the self-repair, which is a self-repair. Art of War chortling madly in the corner at the current state of the deck. This is pretty sweet. We need many upgrades. I'm hoping we find an Apotheosis or something. Otherwise, this is going to be tricky. I could definitely see myself pathing to 4 or 5 rest sites. Did we get a second Glacier? Yes, we did. That's pretty hype. At least the elites are content to just wait for us, apparently. Especially if we go up the left side here. Not that many rest sites, but at least the elites will be later in the act. Can fight these two or these two. And we can take our sweet time looking at events or fighting some fights. We should at least fight enough fights to be able to afford a shop relic in the shop. If we go on the left side, maybe this way. 2 events, 4 combats. With self-repair and the meal ticket, I don't think the combats will be too bad overall. This deck desperately needs 1 energy-generating card, like a turbo, in order to feel really good. But even as it is, with the Art of War, we'll be able to do a lot of stuff. The other option is, again, take 2 more events, 2 fewer combats. We have Golden Idol, which makes events a little bit better here. Base of Cleric says combats are pretty good. Our lack of upgrades says card wards are pretty good. We'd love some front-loaded block, like a charged battery, especially a charged battery plus, would be excellent. A force field would be pretty good too, because of how many powers we now have. Let's take some more card wards. In hindsight, would I say the box is better than Pyramid? No, but what we got is pretty fun. Ouch, by the way. So, Cool-Headed, then Skim, then Glacier. Or then Capacitor. No, then Skim, because Art of War. We can play self-repair, defrag next turn. All is well here. We only need to perfect the next 2 fights. Everything is fine. And we'll draw to that Cool-Headed. So let's bank energy for 1 more turn. I'll actually play the Fusion this turn, I think. Go Fusion, Darkness. The rare orbs. This deck definitely wants more orb slots. Runic Capacitor would be an amazing find. I could actually evoke that energy immediately if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I want it next turn to do filthy things with. absolutely busted things. That was the first attack of the fight, apparently. Pretty funny. And then what? Glacier, then Darkness? Sure. But also Skim Reboot? Sure. Alright, good fight. Well, we absolutely dominated after that awkward turn 1. So maybe I shouldn't complain. We get an obscene potion. The Essence of Darkness fills all our orb slots with dark orbs, and that can be a elite killer on its own. Double Consume is technically would achieve mastery of the card for us, but holy heck, would it be awful. Let me tell you, absolutely terrible. Do not want. We're already choosing not to play the first one in many of the cases we draw it. Having a second copy is just going to be clunky. That's right, you can't master anything if you die. The very important lesson to keep in mind here. We still have to make picks that keep us intact, and having just picked Pandora's Box, I think you're often very awkward in the first few combats after taking one of these until you get a card remover 2, an upgrade or 2, an added synergy or 2. It's really hard to make any of it work. Are we playing Fusion here? Tempest is also pretty reasonable here. Am I playing Consume, I guess is the question. We can do Akabeko Thunderstrike things. That's pretty funny. It's not enough damage to kill, unfortunately. If it was, I'd consider it. Also cool-headed into Reboot here. Interesting option. Next turn is definitely going to involve cool-headed and bias cognition. I think I do play Fusion. It's going to be worth it. Especially with no focus on this turn. So do we consume? That's the question of the day. That would mean evoking the plasma essentially immediately. Well, I might be able to dual cast it. I could also draw 3 off Compulsive if I cool-headed first. But then we'd be forfeiting the ability to consume effectively. I guess we just do that. Just forfeit the ability to consume effectively and don't bother with it. Cool-headed biased. Then compile. Draw 3. Dual cast this plasma orb. Have a good time. So, play the self-repair. Play Zap over Darkness, because I think we're going to be evoking more cards this turn. Could play Thunderstrike for 21. Let's just reboot, though. Draw 4. Still have the Ornamental Fan. Compulsive draws 2. Although drawing Glacier next turn would be preferable, because we're going to be attacked for 11 by 2. Unless I think I can kill right now, which might certainly be the case. Actually, if I can get my hands on Thunderstrike next turn, which I completely can, then all will be well. Alright, good talk. That's what, cool-headed, dual-cast Ball Lightning? I think that it is. And then next turn, Thunderstrike to kill. Or really just end turn. Another cool-headed, go for the eyes with Ornamental Fan, but also with Art of War. Skip it. Skip it all. Keep going this way. The Parasite is back. We almost have recovered from our wounds the first time. Time to break some more bones on our face. At least we can play Glacier this time to slightly improve our situation, but only slightly. I'm not even sure it's actually the best play on turn 1. It is the one that saves current health, so it's the one I took, but I have no idea if it was correct. Next turn we get to Biased and Reboot, so we definitely want to have a Plasma Orb. Glacier Fusion. Could dual cast now if I wanted to. The Plasma Orb, that is. Fusion, Glacier, dual cast. And Pile Driver Reboot. With 3 energy, but then I'm missing out on Bias Cog. But I'm also getting a crap ton done right now. Sure. I like it. I should probably play the Zap first. Well, if I'm playing the Reboot, it actually doesn't matter whether I draw the Darkness or not. This is enough to actually kill the Fungi Beast. Let's do it. Alright, this looks pretty good. We play Defragment, Self-Repair, and Cool-Headed. Next turn we have Glacier, just in case. Looks good. Looks like the deck is handling most situations pretty well. At least the ones we've put it in so far, which is literally just this fight twice, and then that other one. Not exactly a diverse sample size, you know? Seems like a fight to not play Bias Cognition in. Let's instead just play Consume. Give it a Dark Orb. Zip Zap. Now we play Bias. Art of War has been such a help. Such a good relic. There's the energy generating card we've been waiting for. Aggregate. Gain an energy for every 4 cards in your draw pile. That's not always that much energy, but the best news about Aggregate is that it's a no downside card. It doesn't exhaust, it doesn't add a debuff or status or anything like that, which really makes it stand out from other energy generating cards on this character specifically. Next turn looks pretty spooky. If they're both buffing on turn 1. Feels like I might need to slap one with Ball Lightning on turn 1. Otherwise we risk getting attacked by both the next turn. Cool-Headed Defrag Ball Lightning seems pretty solid actually as a turn. Next turn we have Bias Cognition Hologram. That'll work just fine. Neither chooses to attack. Okay. Well, that makes my life pretty easy. Do we still play Bias Cognition on this turn? Probably. I like playing Bias Cognition Fusion. Then we have Compile Driver that draws for 3 next turn, getting into dual cast. And I can do all sorts of nonsense from there. And we'll have also 5 energy at the start of the turn, 1 from the Plasma Orb, 1 from the Art of War. Art of War has been energy every 2.5 turns, slightly better than a Happy Flower so far. And I think it's only going to get better with time. So, probably going to play Glacier, in which case dual cast the Plasma Orb since I'll be rebooting. Yes? Yes. Hive Energy lets me play Thunderstrike and everything else. Incredible. Do I want to keep 3 different orb types? No, we need to do as much damage as possible. I need the Thunderstrike to hit one more time as well. Don't be foolish. Get him, Thunderstrike. Normally there's a tactic to choosing who you kill in this fight. We don't seem to have any control over who we're targeting, so I guess we just kind of do damage to whomever, and it's adding up, so that's nice. But do not presume I have any control over what's happening. Looks like I might need to dual cast a Frost Orb here. Can't really hologram anything meaningful other than, I guess, dual cast. Let's just Glacier. And then go Ball Lightning dual cast. So that we block for enough. Troublesome Mystic keeps healing them both. Definitely the problem with having split damage here. The healing is a lot more effective when you're damaging them both. How do we fix this? I'm down for a fusion... Why not dual cast the Dark Orb? Would have killed the Mystic, which was... maybe correct. But maybe not correct. Just gonna Tempest here. Wow, they're just kind of ignoring me, apparently. Thanks for that. Making my life a lot easier. Plasma. Aggregate with Thunderstrike next turn seems pretty cool. Let's just generate more lightning. Then. Or I can hologram dual cast. Then Cool-Headed, but I don't want to draw these two, do I? Fun. Just hologram Plasma. I won't be able to play it then. Just consume then. Yes, just consume then. Channeled 9 lightning? Let's make it 10 lightning. 7 times 10. Go. Got him. Shame I can't quite afford to hologram and play that again. If Aggregate said plus on it, we'd be there. It's a good reason to upgrade that Aggregate soon. It's just hologram zap. Good fight. Nice. Second hologram, unupgraded, or a beam cell, or an FTL, all unupgraded. Honestly, I don't know if I want any of this. We really need cards that are green. These cards are not green. Mystic never attack us one time. They were doing a pacifism run. Didn't work out for them. The red lady wants us to buy potions. We're about to go to the store. I have a pretty precarious amount of gold. And pretty good potions, so you may slap me in the face. But not because I like it. Just because I want my money. Based on last fight, should we indeed upgrade Aggregate first, or is it more important to upgrade something like Hologram, Bias Cognition? Actually, Defrag is a really good upgrade. Defrag is a really good upgrade. With all the benefits of upgrading Bias Cog without requiring us to actually play the Bias Cognition. Unironically, Zap. I actually believe it. Yeah, because we have Thunderstrike, and we're redrawing this card many times, saving 1 energy each time is a big deal. I don't disagree. And makes it a really good duplication. I'm sold. This is not the event I wanted. Hello? Bird Nerd is here. Pretty good draw next turn, though. Consume defrag? Just invest in the focus? Or do I want a fusion? Being able to bias Machine, Cool-Headed, and Glacier would be sweet. And I can actually do more beyond that, too. Sure. Fight's a bit tricky because every time we play a non-attack card, we're going to get a Dazed into the draw pile. So we have to... a Dazed into the draw pile. So we have to make sure we can win with a limited number of card plays, ideally. Playing Biased might be premature, actually. Especially since we're not being vulnerable immediately. Let's reshuffle here. Alright, Glacier, Dazed, Biased, Ascender's Bane next turn. Aggregate, Compile Driver. Actually, we draw a 6, right? So we also get another Dazed. Excellent. I'm okay with that, actually. Let's go Ball Lightning... no fusion? Ball Lightning, no fusion. And I think we should deal damage to Chosen, because it's going to deal the full damage here. Bird would take half damage. We could hologram and play that Ball Lightning again. But I don't... actually, wait, do I want to do that? That's a pretty good idea. Yes, I want to do that. Extra Dazed went here. Okay, no problem. Need to make sure we're doing as much damage as possible in most situations. That is a big number, so we do Biased and Glacier, and hopefully it's not too bad. And if it is, well, that's what Self-Repair is for. Aggregate will give me not that much energy, just +1. Still probably worth it. With Tempest coming up this turn. We've got Zap, Tempest, and Dual Cast. Oh, and probably should play Self-Repair. Thunderstrike will happen next turn, so as long as we just channel a lot of Lightning Orbs, I think all will be pretty well here. I'm actually not going to play the Dual Cast, because if I get one more Dazed, we're not going to be able to play Thunderstrike next turn. And quite frankly, we're basically already there, as long as we draw this. That wasn't too bad. We lost some health, but not too much. Get upward a Storm, another Darkness, or a Recursion. This could be the run for double Darkness. But again, we're still struggling a little bit. I'd even consider maybe removing Darkness. What would I remove right now? I would actually remove Consume over Darkness, wouldn't I? How does Recursion interact with Thunderstrike? Recurring a Lightning Orb counts as making a new Lightning Orb. Because you are channeling a new Lightning Orb. Or you're channeling an orb. It counts. Counts for Blizzard, too. Actually, how many powers do I have? I have enough powers. Storm is actually kind of amazing, isn't it? Get in here, Storm. Yes, let's remove darkness rather than consume. I'm sorry, darkness. This ain't your run. But what about Meteor Strike? Is it Meteor Strike's time to shine? I think it might be. I think it absolutely might be a Meteor Strike deck. We have Frozen Eye and Art of War and other ways to set up energy. Seems quite plausible to get into play. Pair that with the darkness remove, and I really like where we're headed. But where's Relic Capacitor at? Hello? You were supposed to be here. Or we can remove Consume. I'd rather remove the darkness. Does Omamori block the Curse of the Bell? Yes, it will. It'll also block the Necronoma Curse from the Necronomicon. Guess I'm going this way. Bag of Marbles. Apply vulnerable to all enemies on turn 1. Kind of neat with Akabeko, but honestly, I'm often choosing not to play an attack turn 1, so I'm going to skip that. And I think it's high time we upgraded either Defrag or maybe Aggregate. Now that we have Meteor Strike, Aggregate upgrade seems more important. Let's see how this goes. Elites definitely are going to put the deck through its paces here. Can't say I'm pleased to see... Oh, I'm pleased to see that. Can't say I'm pleased to see Meteor Strike in the opening hand, but otherwise this looks just fine. We might get attacked by Gremlin Leader next turn. If we do, it's going to hurt a little bit. We will have some block, though, so it's not too bad. That's assuming I play Glacier, though. It might be more prudent to play Storm to give us many more Lightning Orbs next turn. That means we'll take the full 33 damage if Gremlin Leader attacks us, whereas if I play Glacier Ball Lightning, we will not take 33 damage, but we'll get 2 less orbs of the lightning variety. Don't love my options here. If we don't kill a minion, the leader will 100% a chance to attack us next turn. It could be Storm Glacier. It's a fun line. But yeah, realistically, I think killing Sneaky Gremlin is pretty required here. It's something like a 50-50. I don't know the exact odds. We could use the Essence of Darkness. I don't think it actually helps that much. We could use it to kill the Sneaky Gremlin and play Storm. I guess that's what we could do with this through the Essence of Darkness, is kill Sneaky Gremlin, go Storm Glacier. And then our bets are hedged, as it were. But the gain from that is the Lightning Orbs that we then sacrifice by not even playing the Ball Lightning in the first place. Although I also get another energy from Tempest. Oh, that is a curious play. Is there any fight where Essence of Darkness is more likely to be important? Yeah, much more likely to be important in one of these 2 fights. We'll have a 79% chance to find a potion in one of these 3 combats, though, to replace the Essence of Darkness. Alright. I do like this line a little bit, actually. Dark Orbs always target the enemy that has the current lowest health. There's no randomness there whatsoever. We do get attacked, which makes me grateful for the line we chose. We did successfully mitigate the 12 health loss in so doing. Akabeko Thunderstrike deals 15 times 9. Holy crap. Akabeko Thunderstrike. The power. More like Sunderstrike. Dang. I do want to play Self-Repair, though, so I'm not going to actually do that quite yet. Yeah, Self-Repair, though. Self-Repair says Hologram Skim. Do that instead. Did you hear, and also a dad joke for the crowd, did you hear about the defect that entered the clergy? They wanted to have the strongest deacon pile driver. So, we've got Reboot Glacier. Being attacked for 11 by 3 again, huh? A little bit awkward. Thunderstrike too far away. Could just reboot, try to get Meteor Strike. Why would I bother, though? Yeah. Deacon Pile Driver, yes. That's what I was going for, Twitch chat. What's a decon? It's when your A, B, and C win cons fail. To use your backup plan. Two draw off Compounder is also an option here. Let's do that. Bop that fool. Now give me some block. This also blocks for 4 and guaranteed kills the gremlin, but Cool-Headed Dualcast is a lot more block overall, and has a chance of instantly killing this fool as well. I guess the question is how much total block is this actually? We'll get 6 by 2 plus 3. That's actually more than 7 plus 4. So yeah, this is better. Especially if that happens. It's a full block. Easy. Where is my Thunderstrike? Should have also played Consume there, actually. But mostly I just cared to do this. Yeah! The power. I like that it continued killing the Angry Gremlin after the leader was dead, too. Card had to finish. Boot thingy is excellent, making turn 1 blocking a lot easier. Leap's actually not half bad. Again, I would take a charged battery, unironically here. Confuse me? Oh, don't mind if I do. Yeah, sure. Look at what we're drawing next turn. Yeah, confuse me. Go for it. I dare you. Do your worst. That's right. Get absolutely... Actually, hold on. You managed to make these cost enough that I can't actually just destroy you. Although wait, if I consume and then Meteor Strike, I'll get 2 energy back after Meteor Striking. Here we go. Then I can play Glacier. Then I can play Thunderstrike. And we can reboot if we want, but I'd actually rather just draw Self-Repair next turn. Good talk. Worst was not good enough. And there it is, Capacitor. Gives us much more orb slots. That is a priority upgrade. Now that we've spotted it, which means no upgraded defrag. That's so sad. But upgrading Capacitor is like 2 more focus currently. And then we upgrade Consume and it's like 3 more focus. So we never upgrade defrag ever, apparently. Does the card order you see before reboot change? Yes. Yes. All of your... The order is completely reset. Cool-headed skim compiler, but then I can't actually play the aggregate. Bummer. Cool-headed glacier's good since they're both attacking me this turn, I suppose. The next turn would be a mixed bag, but they might not attack me next turn. Compile draws the hologram. Aggregate is going to give how much energy? There's 17 minus 5, 12 cards in the draw pile. It's plus 3, 4 energy. Plus 3 energy. Give plus 4, costs 1. Yeah, lots of energy. Good. Wish I could play Skim, though. They're Storm, though. As hoped, neither of them did attack me. Maybe that means I hologram Storm? Although more realistically, I'm going to hologram Consume? Consume is not in the discard pile. Hologram Reboot. Looks pretty good, actually. So many options. That is a pretty good hologram Storm, though, right? We get 3 lightning orbs immediately. Next turn I draw Glacier. Consume Machine Learning again. The Mystic will have to heal next turn. The Centurion might attack, but it'll only be for 18 if they do. Yeah, I'll absolutely forgive anyone for being confused over the wording and mechanics of Reboot especially, in particular because other effects that say shuffle something into your draw pile are lying when they say the word shuffle. For example, when Chosen shuffles a Dazed into your draw pile, it actually leaves all the other order of cards intact and then just puts a Dazed in the remaining order. But Reboot does truly work differently. All of the cards will be completely re-randomized. Thought I was going to bring back powers and exhausted cards. It does say all. Doesn't say all the cards in your discard pile into the draw pile. It just says all. And yeah, Deep Breath generally works essentially the same way as Reboot does. Except you don't also put the cards in your hand. I guess that's what it means when it says all. All your cards into your draw pile means all the cards in your draw pile, all the cards in your hand, and all the cards in your discard pile are all re-randomized into your draw pile. It's okay. If I got Skim, I could deploy Machine Learning Ball Lightning this turn. Or even just Machine Learning. And then next turn looks a lot more reliable. Let's get Skim then. I guess. Did we do enough damage? You're missing 8, you're missing 15. Yeah, that's enough. To do 20 total damage to force a Mystic Heal. Could actually even skip Glacier here. Play Consume, get some more focus down. Of course, now the Mystic won't be forced to heal and might attack us. She does. How rude. Alright, well, to be fair, I did do this to myself. Maybe he wanted to play Storm. No, we want to evoke an orb now. Not too much damage, but it would have been nice to heal instead of not doing that. Now it is time for hacking. Just as much damage as possible, please. Huzzah! Blessing in the Forge could be a big deal. Core Surge to go with Bias Cognition. Yes! Give me an artifact. Yes! It's also a rare card we haven't gotten 2 copies of, so that now is a possibility for us. Hey, look at that. Immediately, the value. Free focus. Let's go. Not a bad turn for Forge Pot. Well, yes it is. You get 1 focus and 4 damage and 3 health. Well, that's not too bad, but... What's next turn? Machine Learning, Consume, Ball Lightning, Defragment. Looks like that is going to hurt a lot, as there is no block whatsoever in that hand. Ouch. I guess we just play Storm, Defrag, Machine Learning that turn and tank a full 20, 21, 24. Bummer. Don't want to skip Core Surge. No way. Do I dual cast? Don't think so. Although, would it get evoked next turn? We're only getting +2. So no, don't dual cast. Lightning will be more damage kept for now. Oh, we take 24, not 21. But we only get 1 wound. Perhaps that's better. Attack for 7 times 4 here. Good reason to cool-headed zap Glacier. We could Capacitor before doing that. Each Frost Orb is only going to be 7 block, so we're not full blocking with that. Hologramming Aggregate could get me substantially more energy before I do that. Or I could hologram dual cast. Give me the Aggregate. Get 5 energy. Am I playing Skim? That would let me play both Glaciers, but I can't afford to, so no. Let's go Capacitor, cool-headed Glacier. Zap. Skim would draw into Glacier. Does that actually accomplish anything? It would let me play Thunderstrike Reboot next turn? I can still already play Thunderstrike next turn, though. I want the Art of War for sure. Let me full block that. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. 7 times 5. Wouldn't be a kill, unfortunately. So let's go Glacier. Glacier Tempest. Seems straightforward enough. The power of orbs. Get him, Meteor Strike. Ice Cream is here. Energy is now conserved between turns. That is going to break this deck wide open with Aggregate and Meteor Strike and... yeah. This stuff. I think I might take this Consume, though. I was already going to want to upgrade the Consume we have, so taking this Consume not only gets us a card mastery, but it also saves me an upgrade. That said, Echo Form is, of course, Echo Form, which makes it pretty tempting. And Hologram Plus is also really good. I think this is a pretty skippable Echo Form, actually. I'm taking this Consume. Unironically, let's do it. How do we feel about Power Potion? I think it's pretty good. I think Power Potion at the start of the Collector fight is going to be excellent, although we can look at the opening draw first. And now we definitely upgrade Capacitor over upgrading Bias Cog or Defragment or anything else. So, Core Surge way at the bottom. Bias Cog in the opening hand. That makes me want to use the Power Potion for sure. I don't really like this draw very much. Let's see what this is. Another Capacitor, a Heat Sinks, or a Bias Cog. Heat Sinks is quite a lot of card draw. But I think the second Capacitor is the easy peasy play here. And I can go Cool-Headed Storm, Capacitor, Capacitor. Uses all my energy. It's okay. We'll have Art of War next turn, and then we get to play Aggregate next turn. Which should let us Meteor Strike shortly after that. That is a lot of Warp Slots. We're going to consume Glacier next turn, in addition to the other stuff. So 14. I draw 3, there'll be 11 cards. That means Compulsiver gets me more energy off of the Aggregate. So let's do that first. 6. I could actually go Skim and Meteor Strike, but then I take a ton of damage here. I'd much rather go Consume Glacier. Let's actually hologram the Aggregate plate again. That looks better. Now I can think about playing Meteor Strike. Let's do it next turn. Skim Self-Repair? Skim really doesn't get much done, huh? Unfortunately, we're not able to fully block this hit, but we do stop most of it. We'll have 6 energy next turn. That seems fine. That seems fine. A boop. Strike this one or this one? I think the front one. The one with more health, rather. Yeah, that way we can get them both nice and comfortably. Probably better to play Self-Repair now, huh? Who knows how long this fight's gonna last. Bit of an awkward time for Core Surge. I suppose we'll just play Reboot and see what happens. If we draw the Bias Cog, good. Otherwise, we'll be blocking Weakness from Collector, and that's just fine, too. Interesting. I actually probably want to play this Consume, rather than doing 49, which is a lot of damage. Getting 3 more focus for the next coming turns is arguably even better here. We can just play Bias Cognition normally. The fight's progressed enough that it shouldn't matter too much. Can draw exactly all of the cards in the draw pile. That doesn't really help me now, does it? I guess it sort of does. Behold the power. GG. It's a lot of lightning. Other Bias Cognition is here, a Multicast is here, and Machine Learning is here. Notably, we don't need any of these rares for our challenge, so we're free to pick whatever we wish. Will this be the double Thunderstrike run? I think I like double Machine Learning more than I like double Bias Cog, given the Capacitor Consume thing we're doing. Ice cream is one of my favorite defect relics. Such a good time. And Storm is one of my favorite defect archetypes, so to speak. This is not the world's worst Sozu, actually. It's the only energy generator for us. We have a Farina bottle, which is a perfectly fine potion for the late game. Not the world's worst tiny house. 50 bucks, another potion, 5 more max health is good. Or we could take the Calling Bell for unique curse and 3 relics, but really what this deck wants is just more energy to kickstart it. And the only thing that provides us that is the Sozu here. I think Sozu is, unironically, the best of these picks. Let's take it. Toot that water fountain. Looks like a flute, but it's not. I wish to play it like a flute. I also wish to upgrade many more cards this act, and I see a really juicy path for that. Thankfully, we got the green key a long time ago, otherwise I'd be in a pickle of a situation. Check this out. Not only do we get 3 elites, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rest sites, as well as a couple of shops. Or, well, 1 shop here and then 1 shop Act 4. A couple early events that could be something juicy, too. I like it. Because we have a fairy in a bottle with Sozu, we're very unlikely to consider anything like an upgrade all, but there's some other good stuff we could get that would be really appreciated in the event rooms. A little bit of lighthearted humor from Zizzy. Well played. I guess I'll just make one really big Tempest and hope that it doesn't go badly for me. Good luck to us. And now for zapping. Yeah, that was perfect, actually. Full health. Easy. Barrage Plus. That's right, it's a Sozu is a type of water fountain that automatically fills up with water, and then you place it under a running stream, and once the amount of water reaches a certain point, it tips over and spills all the water out of it. So it's a kind of like a drinky bird of ancient times, constantly dispensing water all the time, pouring it out just like Sozu pours out your potions. Pretty thematic. I want another hologram. Yes, because hologram aggregate has been really sweet so far. Sometimes reboot is just a draw 4, and that's pretty sweet too. Skim gets meteors. No, it doesn't. Skim is not blues. We gotta fix that. Skim, why you not blues? Not acceptable. You simply must say blues. Get in there, Akabeko Thunderstrike. Kerblam. The power. Glacier with a plus on it. I mean, if I have to. Oh, I didn't actually have to? Well, I wanted to. And we can transform a card. Here's where transforming the unupgraded Consume would be a normally good move. We won't be doing that because of our challenge. I might transform the Fusion now that we just have the much better Meteor Strike. Although a second copy of Fusion would also be pretty welcome here. Could get rid of Compile Driver, but Compile Driver's kind of good. I actually don't have that many good transforms. Get rid of one of our Ball Lightnings. The Betrayal. The Ball Lightning Betrayal. And they'll continue to ask, how has Ball Lightning not been mastered yet? So focused on the run, Handwalk? Ha! Aha. I see what you did there. We have a sweeping beam. That's not an improvement. I knew it was right to walk away. Sometimes the right answer is no answer at all. Let's distribute some damage here. Boop. Storm, yes. 25. We're not blocking enough. Okay. I guess I could have biased instead of doing that. Next turn's fine. Already played an attack, so Sweeping Beam is relatively harmless here. I like that we keep our energy, that's for sure. Alright, looks like hologramming Glacier more or less required here. Next turn also incredibly awkward, but at least we have hologram again to sort us out. Or I can hologram Skim, which gets me the other hologram. Take the Glacier for now. We need to pull Skim. Again, Skim being upgraded would be really appreciated here. Tough having to choose what to play there, not being able to get machine learning down if I want to make sure I can play bias next time we see it, which will be pretty soon. AKA right now. Excellent. There's some spicy Darklings. Have some Thunderstrike. That'll tame them. Thunderstrike next turn to finish him off. Or Ball Lightning right now to finish him off. There's the Charge Battery Plus I asked for a long time ago. I am still cool with this card. Get in here. It's a lot of block, and it's energy neutral. There's Clockwork Souvenir. That will also provide us a way to block Bias Cognition's debuff. And we can afford a removal alongside, although we don't actually have that many good removals, unless you count Sweeping Beam, which I'm okay with removing. Taking the Frozen Egg to upgrade future powers is a little tempting. And we need another Ball Lightning now. Actually, the fact that the Sweeping Beam draws one has been kind of nice. But yes, with Art of War, it's a little tempting to get rid of. Definitely buying Souvenir, though. Honestly, I think we just save money. There is another shop coming up, and having enough money to buy a Relic and a Remove then sounds pretty sweet. So that's what I'll do. We'll leave that Remove for later. I've been complaining enough. Let's upgrade Skim. And then probably Defrag and Bias Cog next. Also, Sweeping Beam with Akabeko is a thing. Heck yeah, we can get to reboot because I upgraded Skim. Good job, me. I guess Sweeping Beam would have done it too. Currently, the next turn is not good enough. So yeah, I'll be playing Machine Learning and Reboot. That's worse. Crap. What if I Skim? Draw 4. Let me draw Tempest, Defrag, Hologram, Consume, Hologram, Bias Cog. Oh boy. That definitely got a lot worse for us. Crap. Well, at least we can hologram Sweeping Beam, because we'll draw Hologram next turn. Because we have machine learning in play. Okay, that's adequate. But I'm not happy about it. Repto will attack us, and we're going to take a ton of damage. As we have no block whatsoever. And there is really not a lot I can do about it. Again, we mostly did this to ourselves. Probably want to play Core Surge. May want to play Defragment. Actually, probably don't. I need that energy. Bring it to 6 or bring it to 4. They're essentially the same health with regards to lightning orbs. Do we want to roll the dice with a Tempest? Maybe save some health here. We'll be able to get the extra orb next turn anyway. Currently 4 energy heading my way. I'd like to be able to play Glacier? How are we going to make that happen? We draw 1 extra card, so we can cool-headed to Glacier. Yes, I want to be able to play that. So no, don't play any more cards. Just tank a ton of damage. Self-repair and meal ticket got us. We can also maybe rest at one of these rest sites if strictly necessary. I guess the big question is, do we Storm? We're going to need it, right? Storm, Bias Cog, Cool-Headed, Glacier. Aggregate is not an option. Hologramming anything fun is not really an option either. But what if the lightning orbs don't cooperate? That would be bad. Thank you, lightning orbs, for cooperating. Okay, good talk. Germ in Twitch chat. I would make a joke insulting your username, but I don't want to be germophobic. Alright, we're almost done with his nightmare of a combat. Tough time Snake Lady has given us. Alright, we can do some hot nonsense next turn if I play the Meteor Strike, looks like. Maybe even if I don't. Worth every worthless channel point. Good. Very good. Oh good, Tempest is in my hand. Alright, nah. I think just channeling 14 lightning is probably enough, huh? We don't even need the Thunder Strike. Consume first, make it a little bit oomfier. Blap, 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 blap. Good talk. Ancient Tea Set, excellent with Ice Cream. After entering a rest site, which is going to be every combat, except for a couple, through the rest of the run, basically. Second Storm is here, and I love another Storm in this position. Give me more Lightning Orbs for more blappage. Chill is also kind of cool. More energy. Alright, we should upgrade what? Focus? Reboot's also a pretty good upgrade. But let's get the focus upgrades. The Defrag and the Bias Cognition. Bronze Scales can help with the heart. We maybe want to consider resting. We're not fighting Reptomancer next, so let's upgrade one more time here. Get the Bias Cog upgraded. Then we can rest and recall if we want to. Probably should recall first. That won't help me if Repto is the last elite. Other option is just don't fight another elite after this, and then I don't have to worry about what happens if we fight Repto again. That's probably the easier answer. Probably the easier answer to do. Just don't. Giant Head, meanwhile, will give us a few turns of setup, and by the time Giant Head is done, counting down to 1, it will be too late. Far, far too late. Chicken Beam draws Zap. Glacier Fusion? We draw to the Capacitor? Cool. Next turn looks excellent. Actually, I can make it this turn. Looks excellent. Excuse me here. Meteor Strike things next turn? Sounds good. Let's play this just for fun. Let's get the energy back. Easy. Meteor Strike is here. So is Aggregate. We consume again. I'm gonna go with yes. We go Storm, then Defrag. No, then Compile River, then Defragment. It's a shame Thunder Strike isn't in the discard pile, but Meteor Strike is. Hologram that and play it. Then reboot. Then Skim would draw 4, but I would draw Aggregate and be unable to play. But just stop. Ow. Maybe wanted to try to block a little harder there. Give me some lightning. Good talk. Get a bag of preparation, a backup fairy, except we're not allowed to pick up the fairy because of the Sozu, and a third storm or a second charge battery. Feels like a second charge battery is good. We actually do lack in block cards. That's what I'm learning here. And we would like some more. I don't think I am going to take that third elite. I'm going to recall here. We're going to take an event, which is double orb walkers. I'm going to not at all engage with these two. This is a fight that often requires potions and definitely requires a deck that can rush down a threat quickly. This is not a deck that can do that. This is definitely a very deadly encounter for us. Not only would we potentially lose the fairy here, it's actually quite likely we would die outright and lose the run immediately. So no. No need to be greedy. Now, this is a nice fight because I have Artifact. So this enemy gets laughed at. Just play Meteor Strike here? I can attack next turn. We need to have an answer to that. Hologram Glacier is a decent answer, but only if we have Focus. I guess I have that consume. It's tough to know whether it's worth playing this Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike. I don't think it is. Got other stuff to do. Consume Plus would make this 8/8. So let's hollow the Consume Plus. we just play Bias Cog normal like. And then we'll use Core Surge to block this. Once more. Focus Down actually procs at the start of our turn, so the enemy goes before we do. Kind of fun timing there. Good. Another potion that would have been kind of nice. Ball Lightning's back with an upgrade. And I say let it back in. It's allowed. Alright, Boss Gauntlet with 33 health. Do we choose to upgrade? Good upgrades include Hologram, Fusion, and Reboot. Resting means we're much more likely to keep this Fairy in a Bottle, though, and I think that's a pretty good idea. Given that this is our only resource for Act 4. We'll get an upgrade prior to going into the shop for Act 4. Since we have the meal ticket, we'll heal to full, and that means we do get an upgrade at the Act 4 fire, which will likely be either Reboot or, again, maybe Hologram or perhaps Fusion. But yeah, let's rest here. Oh, we get a card reward, too. Fission? And we could upgrade Fission at the next rest site? I'm down. Let's do it. How many hours do I have in this game? Over 6,000, Real Dr. West. We've played a lot of Slay the Spire on this channel. Okay, that debuff is going to be... Oh, this is already a good order. Okay. Let's just go consume Glacier Charge Battery. No need to overcomplicate this. We'll play double Machine Learning next turn. Time Eater's a pretty easy fight for this deck. All we have to do is set up by playing our powers and gaining a lot of focus. The rest will be handled for us. Play Storm. Only if I'm going to play 5 cards this turn. And then end with Hologram on Glacier again. I'm willing to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 Frost Orbs going into this turn, or else we're going to get bopped. Skim Plus lets us draw Core Surge, then Bias Cog. Now we can play a full 12 cards this turn if we need to. And full blocked. Cool. Interesting time to Fission, actually. Although that would remove my ability to block this turn, so let's not do that. Play Storm, though. And I'm okay ending the turn here. Does anything remove block from the player? I don't think so. No vanilla cards that do that, anyway. There's some modded cards that take away the player's block, but those are neither here nor there. What are we at? 6 Lightning Orbs? We can do better than that. I do want some more Frost. Give me a big Tempest. Actually, that's an easier way to win this fight. We just play Tempest for lethal damage once we have enough energy. Easy peasy. 4 Frost Orbs and a Plasma seems almost ideal here. Just let it happen. Even with the drawdown, I'm drawing 6 cards per turn, too. That's pretty hype. Tempest in a couple turns. Perfect. Get him, Art of War. Vision. Tempest. GG. Actually, Tempest is a not bad upgrade either, all things considered. More problematically, our second opponent here is the Awakened one. That is a bit of an issue. Consume Glacier is a nice no-nonsense play this turn, actually. Just getting our Frost and Focus deployed. We also need to kill these cultists pretty quickly, or they're going to get out of control as well. That makes me want to be able to play Meteor Strike, which we could do with Glacier, then Fission, then Meteor Strike. We can play Meteor Strike this turn. I don't know if that's the right line, but it feels like it might be. Next turn we have Cool-Headed, Compile Driver. Actually, Cool-Headed Zap, Compile Driver for 3, and we can get some stuff done. Hopefully we're not getting multi-tacked immediately, though. We're not. Good. It's only a 25% chance that happens. So I could draw it to Fusion. Would let me play Defragment Plus, which is worth playing. And we probably have to reboot. Don't love that part. The part where I play Reboot. Do not love that part. At least 11 and 7 is enough damage to kill this bird. I could play Tempest for a lot of damage, and that would make Thunderstrike reliable for the rest of the fight. That's interesting. Huh. I would play just Glacier next turn. It'd be pretty embarrassing, but if I kill the bird now, it won't matter too much. Tempest for 12 won't be enough to kill the bird, though. No, we'd actually just, like, get slaughtered. Well, not slaughtered. We'd live. We'd get live. But I don't think Tempest for 12 is likely to be enough. Do we have to kill the Heart to master a card with our self-imposed challenge? Yes. The answer is yes, we do. I think putting our hopes in Reboot might be the way here. Otherwise, I just don't know. Draws are too slow. Play Fusion Reboot. Let's do that. Okay, good. Good. Yes. Yes. All is well. I don't think I played this Tempest, though. We're going to need more energy so that we can go Skim, Glacier, Glacier next turn. Skim, Consume, Glacier, Glacier. Yeah. That'll block plenty. Okay, we did good this fight. We did really good. Do still need to kill this cultist, but it's definitely not as pressing as it was. Hologram Skim. Seems like a pretty reasonable choice here. With the surplus energy, we do need to kill the cultist. Wait, can I hologram Meteor Strike? No, it's in the draw pile now. You can get Aggregate off Cool-Headed, but doesn't really do much. You can also get Compiled Rubber off Cool-Headed, which does kind of do much. Play both of these. Not the consume, though. Alright. That's a pretty angry awakened one, but we have a lot of orb slots, a lot of focus, and we're drawing many cards per turn. Those things are important. So consume Glacier. Turn we have another Glacier. Should be enough to block for 18 by 4. That's not too bad. Easy when I'm getting this much block passively, right? Just like before, we can kill with... oh, that's actually not a... Yeah, it is. Good. Less than 80. Good. Just like before, we can make a super-powered Tempest if we want to. And then just play Thunderstrike the second time to actually kill the second phase. A real use for Thunderstrike. Good. Alright, no, we're gonna draw that next turn, huh? Both of them together? Unfortunately so. That's okay, it's not enough zip-zaps anyway. Oh, I see. Is fine. Looks good to me. Blap, 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 blap. Ultimate blepping. The Ultra Blap, they called it. Kerpow. Guess we could have gotten away with the upgrade after all. Oh well, we're into Act 4 and we're feeling good. 2007, what a year. Have I been here before? Another Capacitor. We actually have not won with 2 Capacitors, apparently, and this would be both double Capacitor and double Consume. That's pretty sweet. Chemical X applies to the Tempest for +2 Lightning Orbs. That's pretty hype. Another Cool-Headed definitely fits in. Is that a double energy? Oh my, that's a double energy. Double energy is better than Chemical X, I have to say. Is that a capacity potion? Yes. However, I can't buy it. If only. If only. Double your energy. Double your fun. Yeah, I'd love to buy any of these, but Sozu says Nozu. Which means we will not be taking the Chemical X this day. I am dearly sorry for that. But am I really, though? Ooh, Meteor Strike turn 1! Thank you, Ancient Tea Set. And there's double energy immediately. Looks a little spooky, actually. Can't draw anything right now. Seems like just Machine Learning Meteor Strike is reasonable. Next turn we'll draw 4 cards. Double energy, Cool-Headed Defrag, Cool-Headed draws, Thunder Strike, Charge Battery. That's not good enough. That is not good enough. That makes me want to reboot. Rather than playing Meteor Strike here. We need to get our Frost set up a bit more aggressively. We've got Aggregate and Fission and the bottom here. We can't tolerate this. Could go Meteor Reboot. And that could even lead to chaining more cards, but not playing a Machine Learning feels like a crime to me. So let's just fix the deck order as it is. Do I maybe play a Glacier first? I don't think I do. And that's why. Oh! Cool-Headed, draw the Aggregate, play Aggregate. Double energy. Looks like we're still getting absolutely slapped next turn, though. Unfortunately. Truly, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, we're gonna take the full brunt of damage on this turn, 60-something. Which is gonna have to result in a good heart fight or else. Not much else I can do about it. Ouch. But I do have 27 energy. That's the good news. Classic defect moment, for sure. Guess we consume for additional block? Might as well, right? As soon as we draw Tempest, which is apparently the bottom card. Okay, well, it's not as very soon now, is it? Bummer. Get him, Ornamental Fan. Huzzah, 4 block. Glad we took that next one. Oh. Grim Skim, yes. Let's get me deeper. Deeper into the draw pile, please. Good talk. No relics to set up or anything. No more powers to play. "44 health into the heart, plus a fairy in a bottle." That'll have to do, actually. That might just be enough, especially if the 67 attack is second. We're also going to block vulnerable, so we may well be able to survive the initial attacks from hearts. Something that can really help in a situation like this, the power static discharge, channeling a lightning orb whenever we receive unblocked attack damage. Really like this prior to heart. Let's get in here. War Paint upgrading a Cool-Headed and a Glacier is pretty acceptable too. What does the opening draw look like? Meteor Strike that I can't play hurts a little bit. However, overall looks pretty good. We've got Machine Learning, which is going to, assuming no statuses interfere, give us Aggregate turn 1. We block Vulnerable. But I can't get to Core Surge, huh? Or Bias Cog. Not ideal, but not bad. This reboot is not bottled, that's correct. What else is... Capacitor's late is a little awkward, but not that bad. I don't know if I would be willing to reboot this draw pile. These powers on the bottom does seem a bit awkward, but the important block is coming up immediately. We get Consume Glacier next turn, which is quite valuable. And Hologram. Like, we can consume Glacier, Hologram, Glacier to just stay alive, which is the most important thing of all right now. Once we're set up, we should be fine. I think I'm going to leave the draw order as it is. We can also Hologram the Reboot. Ooh, I like that idea. So we'll get 5 additional energy next turn for a total of 6. We did not draw badly, which means we do get to aggregate and double energy this turn. Which means we'll have all the energy in the world. Tis the singular attack first. I think this is a perfectly fine draw order. We shouldn't play the Bias Cog, though. 10 energy. Look at this. There's 30 cards in the draw pile. So 15 goes to 28. Pretty spicy. Get a Hologram for more energy, but this should be more than enough. Yeah, we can draw really deep into the deck next turn. There is another hologram. Okay. Let's do it this way. Consume Glacier, hologram the Glacier. Take 1 damage. That, draw 4. Lightning, draw 2. Ornamental Fan. Vision draws, static discharge. That's kind of nice. And Storm, sure. Get rid of all these one-time use cards. We don't want to draw them ever again. Draw 1 off the beam. Play Ball Lightning just for completeness sake. Do I want to play Glacier here? I mean, yes, I do. The question is, do I want to play Tempest after Glacier? Actually, I think the answer is no. Looks like we'll get 1 hit from the hearts, and the static discharge will block it. Next turn, I draw what? E6. We won't be able to spend all the energy. Cool-Headed draws Void Capacitor. So it's Capacitor, Machine Learning, Cool-Headed Capacitor, something like that. Dual cast for block. I need a Frost Orb. Yeah, just skip the Tempest for the moment. So currently I'm drawing exactly all of those cards if I play the Machine Learning. Is that the right play? That would mean no Cool-Headed. The reason to do this would be so that I can hologram a card. Otherwise, this draw on an attack turn is quite awkward. Soup to go! You've been subbed for 7 months, and thanked 7 times. Here's to many more. Genuinely tough call here. Static Discharge might be our savior momentarily. We're also going to get a ton of Lightning Orbs as we play powers. CB Brown Pants, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome as well to the Cozy Sub Club. I do think I want this exact draw. Gotta get everything in play now. It's no Frost next turn? Well, none other than what I hologram. It's insanity. Seems like insanity. Well, otherwise, then I have no Glacier at all, right? Alright. Seems very spooky. This could even be the turn we just use the Fairy in a Bottle. But then we have to be able to draw success next turn. Or else. Guess we can do some math. We could also hologram Reboot, interestingly. So some quick math. If I hologram Glacier Plus and play it, will we actually live? We get 3 block minus 2, so 1 block off the hologram, 8 block off the Glacier Plus, so 9 base block plus 2 Frost Orbs that will block for 7 apiece. So 9 plus 14, plus our health total of 29, is 52. Incoming damage is 49. So yes, we'll barely stay alive if I hologram Glacier. Okay, that seems probably worth it then. We could play Thunderstrike and stay on 1. Is that acceptable? It does do a lot of damage, and we do need to do a lot of damage to the heart. I think that is worth it. Spooky. Oh, that damage, though. Oh, and Cool-Headed draws 2 more Glaciers. Absolutely mental. I don't even need to play Tempest, do I? Yeah, we're actually capping without playing it. My fairy friend will be free, dang it. Kind of forgot Bioscog was a thing. Let's just reboot. Excellent. More Thunder Striking. And Meteor Striking. Whatever excess is demanded of us. Get in there, Tempest. GG. And they say lightning doesn't strike the same place twice. Be free, my fairy friend. Get on out of here. 1 hit point for the Thunderstrike victory. What an amazing run. Be free. Definitely glad we had the face of Cleric for 26 max health. We needed every point to win that run. GG. GG. Just face tank a bunch of damage to the elites, but had we not had the face of Cleric, we would have taken too much damage to the elites, and I think we might have just died. Very cool that worked out. Very cool. GG. You almost got killed by Reptomancer, too. That's true. Now, what Twitch chat has it been done? Spire sleepeth. So, shall I? The defect streak continues. That's pretty sweet. And some sweet cards mastered as well. We had double Capacitor, double Consume, double Machine Learning on this run. Double Ball Lightning as well. Finally getting the Ball Lightning Mastery accomplished. What a great time. What a great time. But Twitch chat, the hour grows late, and so that's going to have to be the end of the Spire content for this week. We do still have one more stream this week. Tomorrow we're going to be playing our community game of the month, which is Potionomics, to start out the stream. And then in the second half, I'd like to revisit the Metroidvania we tried as part of a sponsored opportunity a while back, Eldorand, which I quite enjoyed my time with, and I'd like to revisit for a non-sponsored, completely voluntary, continued playthrough. Figure, since the game doesn't seem like it's that long, I'll probably finish the whole thing over the course of a couple more sessions, just like we did with Maho Kenshi. Have a good night, Jay Dublinson, Mark McCarr, Twitch Tarek, DJ Banor, John Dammit, Danny Shooter, Torak Fremen, Soup to Go, Olivia 5K, Cosmic Osmo, Popkey, Coco Frio, Aria, Isanade, Hank Torilla, Lith, Velocala, Yeeter, and everybody else. Thank you so much for watching, and Fayley too, of course. Thanks for all your hard work, as usual. Peace out, my friends, and good night. Toodaloo. By the way, I'm going to send you all over to Paparazzo's stream, since he just started up. I suspect he was watching. Starting stream right as I end. That's a Raiden. Have fun, folks.